The link between coffee and longevity has officially graduated from hopeful rumor to genetic curiosity backed by actual science. Once dismissed as a jitter-inducing vice or a guilty morning pleasure, coffee is now taking center stage in aging and health span research. Recent studies, from sprawling human genetic databases to microscopic cellular experiments, are painting a more complex and surprisingly optimistic picture. Your daily cup of coffee might not just wake you up, it might help you live longer. At the heart of this caffeinated longevity story is a convergence of genetics, metabolism, and cellular stress responses. Large-scale population studies, such as those from the UK Biobank and the NIH Diet and Health Study, have shown that regular coffee drinkers, whether their brew is caffeinated or decaf, consistently have lower all-cause mortality rates. And this isn't just about avoiding heart disease. Coffee consumption has been linked to reduced risks of type 2 diabetes, liver disease, certain cancers, and even neurodegenerative conditions like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. That's quite a resume for bean water. What makes these findings even more compelling is the genetic angle. Researchers have identified specific gene variants, particularly in CYP1A2 and AHR, which affect how we metabolize caffeine, that may influence how coffee impacts our health. People with slow caffeine metabolism genes might experience more adverse cardiovascular effects from heavy coffee consumption, while fast metabolizers seem to reap more of the protective benefits. This suggests that personalized nutrition, down to your DNA, may be the future of coffee recommendations. Your genes might literally decide whether your third cup is helping you or hurting you. But it's not just epidemiology that's singing coffee's praises. On the cellular level, caffeine has been found to interact with key longevity pathways, especially AMPK and mTOR, two of the main nutrient-sensing systems that regulate energy use, growth, and repair. Caffeine appears to activate AMPK, a cellular energy sensor that promotes fat burning, improves insulin sensitivity, and stimulates autophagy, the cell's internal cleanup process. These are the same mechanisms activated by fasting, exercise, and certain longevity-promoting drugs like metformin. At the same time, caffeine may also inhibit mTOR, a growth-promoting pathway that, while useful in youth, can accelerate aging and increase cancer risk if it stays too active in later life. This combination, activating AMPK while downregulating mTOR, is essentially the holy grail of modern aging research. It's the metabolic equivalent of having your cake and living longer too, except the cake is black coffee. Beyond these pathways, coffee contains over 1,000 bioactive compounds, including polyphenol like chlorogenic acids, which have antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and even microbiome-modulating effects. Some of these compounds may help reduce oxidative stress, dampen chronic inflammation, and support vascular health, all critical factors in preserving health span as we age. And unlike isolated antioxidants that have mostly flopped in clinical trials, coffee delivers these compounds in a naturally synergistic cocktail, fine-tuned by evolution and roasted to perfection. Of course, not every human study agrees 100%, and coffee isn't a miracle drug in a mug. But the weight of evidence, especially when triangulated across genetic, cellular, and population-level research, is leaning toward a clear conclusion: moderate, regular coffee consumption, typically 2 to 4 cups per day, is associated with measurable health benefits and reduced mortality risk, particularly when paired with an otherwise healthy lifestyle. In short, coffee is no longer just a productivity crutch or a cozy ritual. It's becoming a legitimate player in the field of health span science. Your morning cup may be working behind the scenes, quietly activating cellular stress responses, fine-tuning metabolic pathways, and nudging your biology in the direction of resilience and longevity. So next time someone tells you to cut back on coffee, you might want to check your genome first. Because according to the latest science, the key to a longer life could very well be percolating right in front of you.